Stop everything, because what I'm about to show you might just change the way how you work, study, or manage your life forever. Imagine this: you're drowning in emails, reports, lecture notes, or research material. Sounds familiar? It is like trying to find a needle in a haystack every single day. Now, what if I told you there is an AI-powered tool that can take all that chaos, organize it, and hand you the answer on a silver platter? That's exactly what NotebookLM, Google's AI-powered assistant, is here to do. It is like having an ultra-organized personal helper that makes sense of everything for you. And the best part, it is free with your Google account. Here's the deal. NotebookLM can process multiple pieces of information: PDF, websites, YouTube links, voice recording, you name it, and pull out the key details for you. It creates summaries, timelines, and even connect the dots between different pieces of information. It is like having a digital detective who does all the hard work, so you can focus on what matters most. No more wasting hours hunting for answers or trying to make sense of complicated information. Today, I'm going to show you how to unleash the power of NotebookLM. Whether you are looking to learn new skills faster, tackle big projects easy, or just stay ahead of your workload, this tool is a game changer. We'll cover everything, from using it to create study guides and podcasts to answering your toughest question in seconds. So stick around and I show you why this tool is about to become your new secret weapon for managing information and stay productive. To access NotebookLM, you can use the URL notebooklm.google.com. You can find the link in the description. So you will need to log in within your Google account. We'll click on Try NotebookLM and we will enter our email address to log in. And this is what you will see the first time you log in. Then we click on OK. And we are here, now ready to create our first notebook. This is what you will see as soon as you log in NotebookLM the first time. When working in NotebookLM, you have to create and access what are called notebooks. And here you can create your first notebook by clicking here, Create. I like to think about a notebook like a project. Within the notebook is where you are going to add or fit all your sources of information for that specific project you want to work on. Then let's click on Create. And here for this first notebook, we can start uploading information. For example, you can add documents from your Google Drive, Google Docs, or Google Slides. You could also add links for any website, and also links for YouTube videos. And you can also upload TXT files. As we can read here, some of the supported files are PDF, TXTs, audio files, and many other type of files. On your notebook, you can add up to 50 pieces of information. You can create a notebook for a project that could be something small or simple, or something big and complex. For example, think about the subject that you want to learn and want to get deeper. Maybe you want to have a better understanding on a subject. Let's say you want to learn about the real estate market in a specific area. Or maybe you want to start a business and you want to research on feasibility, market research, competition, create a business plan, and so on. As a source, you can include your own notes on your ideas for that business. These are just some examples of where you can go with NotebookLM. For this example, I'm going to initiate an investigation on the real estate market in Florida. I have a couple of documents that I'm going to add. One of them is titled 2025 United States Emerging Trends in Real Estate. I have it here and I'm going to drop it. Within your notebook, you will have three main areas. On the left, we can see sources. On the right, we can see chat. And on the right, we can see studio. Within sources is where you can upload the different pieces of information. In the middle, within the chat section, is where we can interact with NotebookLM. We can see, for example, a summary of the document that we just uploaded. Let's upload some other information that we want to use for this investigation. We have another PDF, which is titled Florida Residential Market Update. We can click on Add Source, and then we can drop the other PDF. Our second document has been uploaded. Now we are going also to add a couple of YouTube videos. So we click on Add Source again. And now, within links, I'm going to use YouTube. I will paste the URL here. And then click on Insert. I will add the other YouTube video, add source, YouTube, and paste the link. And then I will add a website that I think may have relevant information. We click on Add Source, and then select Website, and paste the URL here. Then click on Insert. Now I can start interacting with NotebookLM. NotebookLM is able to read all the sources of information that I have uploaded. In the middle section within chat, I can start asking questions. We can see here there are already suggested questions that I can ask. For example, I have here what overall trends characterize Florida housing market from 2019 to 2025. We have another suggested question here. How do economic factors influence Florida housing market dynamics? Let's use the first question. In a few seconds, we already got a response, and we have it here. This answer is based on the information that we have uploaded. An interesting feature within the response is that we have those numbers here. This is the reference where NotebookLM got the information from. Now I can start asking my own questions. For example, is it 2025 a good year to invest in the real estate market in Florida? Then I click here, and in a few seconds I will get a response. And we have the answer here. In this case, we have a mixed outlook, factors to consider, regional differences, potential opportunities, risks to consider, and so on. An important factor of the answers that we are going to get are how we ask our questions. And of course, we can interact and ask all the questions that we want. Once we get an answer that we like and we want to keep it, we need to save it. We can scroll down at the end of the answer, and we can click here, Save to Note. On the right, we can see that the answer has been saved as a note. Then we can click on the note, and we can see the answers on the right. Now we can make this note or this response as part of the source. So we can click here, Convert to Source. On the left, we can see that this note has been converted as part of the source that NotebookLM is going to use for our next questions. We're now going back to the studio by clicking here, and we have different tools or features. We can create a study guide, we can create frequent asked questions, we can create a briefing document, and also a timeline based on the information that we have on the sources. If during your investigation you have come up with some ideas that you want to add as a source, you can click on Add Note. Then you can start typing your own notes. And these new ideas will be added as a source. For example, I may want to add some information for my investigation, like my budget for investment in real estate in Florida, or the loan or credit capability. Then I can click on Convert to Source. As I said before, now it is added to my sources. To go back to the Studio Tools, we click here. Here we will also find an interesting feature that is available within any notebook. It is a deep dive conversation. It is like creating a podcast based on the information that we have uploaded. Let's have a look. Let's click on Generate. This will take a few minutes. We will come back in a moment. After a few minutes, the podcast or audio is ready. Let's click here and listen for a few seconds.
Welcome to your deep dive into the Florida real estate market. We've got a whole stack of reports and forecasts here, all about where things are headed in 2025 and beyond. And, the big question everybody's asking, is the Sunshine State still as alluring as it was in the early 2020s?
Now let's move forward a little bit.
This will encourage more sellers to enter the market and make refinancing more attractive. And as a result, we're going to see more activity, more transactions happening. Experts are calling it a lubrication of the market.
Okay, so more movement in the market, that makes sense. But does this mean we're heading back to the wild pre-pandemic market, with those crazy high returns?
Not exactly. While things are definitely loosening up, it's unlikely we'll see a return to those days of double-digit returns and those rock-bottom interest rates.
Isn't this amazing? Imagine we download this audio or podcast and we can listen it whenever you want. You can click here and click on download. Again, this podcast form has been created by NotebookLM using AI based on the information of the sources that we have uploaded here. Let's have a look to a different example. We will click here on the top left corner and we will land in our home page where we can see the different notebooks. Since this is a new account for NotebookLM, I have never used it before, I just created this notebook. And I will have all the notebook here in this section. If I want to create a new notebook, I just need to click here, Create New. And now we start the process again, uploading information. For this new example, I'm going to work on a subject that I have worked on my YouTube channel. And it is about moving Microsoft 365 from GoDaddy to Microsoft directly. Maybe I want to create a study guide and frequent asked questions. I will start by uploading a document from GoDaddy. I click on Website and I will paste the URL. And I click on Insert. And I also will use a YouTube video that I created last year. I click on Add Source and click on YouTube. Here's the URL of my video and click on Insert. So again, this is a subject that I work very often with customers. For example, we have some suggested question here about the challenges of migrating Microsoft 365 from GoDaddy to Microsoft. Let's see what we get here. Here's the response with detailed information that for sure will be useful. For example, I'm going to ask, how long does it take to move my Microsoft 365 subscription from GoDaddy to Microsoft directly? And here we have the response based on the sources that we uploaded. Now, what I wanted to get some help that can help my customers is this one. I'm going to create a frequent asked questions. The document is being generated. I'm going to click to open it. And there we have it. What are the main reasons someone might want to move Microsoft 365 email away from GoDaddy? What are the key requirements? What is the general process? And maybe this is something that I want to share in my website. And again, I can convert this as part of the sources for my notebook. By clicking here. And now this is part of the sources. I'll go back to the studio features. For this example, maybe a timeline could be something useful. Let's click here, timeline. Then we click on it to open it. And we will get additional information that could be useful when someone wants to move their Microsoft 365 subscription from GoDaddy to Microsoft directly. These are just a couple of examples you can do with NotebookLM. I personally started to use it for other subjects. For example, a few weeks ago, I went to a workshop on Copilot, the AI tool of Microsoft. During the workshop, the presenter used a presentation with more than 100 slides. The presentation was shared. So I used it to create a summary and a podcast on the subject. Then I was able to listen to the podcast and refresh important points that were discussed during the workshop. And to be honest, I'm very excited with the results that I'm getting. I am sure this is a tool that I will use on a daily basis. And there you have it. NotebookLM is like having your own personal information manager, helping you organize, simplify, and get the answers you need without any hassle. Whether you are a student, a busy professional, or someone who just wants to work smarter, this tool is designed to make your life easier. Now it is your turn. Go ahead and give it NotebookLM a try. It is free with your Google's account, so there is no reason not to. And once you have explored it, let me know in the comments. What's the first thing you're going to use it for? I love to hear your ideas and experiences. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with someone who could use this tool, and subscribe for more tips and tutorials just like this one. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. And remember, stay safe in the cloud and keep tech savvy.